Hello and good evening to every one of us. It's been a long time. I think it's nearly 3 months since the last time I posted on this platform. I apologize for my inconsistency. It's been a very hectic month. Well, enough about that. I will continue any of that for anyone who's interested in hearing those stories after this video. In this video, I am responding to Mr. Joseph, who requested to know how to plot survey plans on ArchiCAD. So I'm just going to paste a sample survey here, as we can see. What I'm going to do is just show the fastest way I do this. I say it's the fastest way because it really takes me nearly zero thinking. So the first thing I do is I'm going to observe the dimensions. This is 108.42 meters, 270 meters, 143.45 meters, 269.00 meters. So I'm going to use lines to draw that. So I'm going to select the line tool and then I'm going to start somewhere. Because I see that these meters are in the hundreds, I'm going to really zoom out because I know that this is less than 100 meters. So the first one, 108.42 meters. I'm going to start down here, go all the way up here, and great, I forgot what I said. 108.42, right? Let's do that. 108.420 mm. Now, one might wonder why I use 108.420 because ArchiCAD is by default set to millimeters, and I like it that way. If you are not comfortable with it and you need to change it to whatever other unit you are using, go to options, go to project preferences, and go to working units, not dimensions, working units, and then you could change your length from millimeter to whatever else works for you. I'm going to leave it in millimeters because I'm quite comfortable with that. Right, next we have 270 meters. I'm just going to draw it beside and still go vertically up again. And the vertical up I'm doing is not a mistake, please. It's intentional. Alright. Alright, this is much longer than the last one. Okay. Then we have something small over here that I'm unable to identify, and it doesn't seem to have been mentioned in this survey. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go over here, do this one, do this one. This is 269 meters. I wish it was much clearer. Alright, so I'm going to do that by this side and not by this side because it comes before this. Alright, so 269,000. Alright, almost 270 like the last one. Then we have on this side 143.45. Alright, let's go. 143.4500. Yeah, just a single zero is enough before I mix it up in my head, and we'll find this out. Please, it's not usually recommended you find out missing things like this. If possible, request for a survey that shows this correctly. These other numbers you are seeing here are beacon numbers. These are now more like plot numbers. Those are not going to be very necessary for this tutorial. It's important to place them when you're doing your site plans and your master plans, but for the sake of this tutorial, it will be completely unnecessary. Alright, that said, I'm going to start with this guy, 143.45 meters. I can see that it has a bearing here, 207.59. Before I use it, I know that I need to change this in my project preferences and my working units. My angles need to change from decimal degrees to degrees, minutes, and seconds. Alright, so after I do this, I can now use this angle, 207.59. Now, ArchiCAD has an issue with angles, which is when you are going clockwise, it goes negative. Alright, so when you're going in this direction, it's showing minus. If you're going in this direction, it's positive. Why does something you need to be wary of is this is actually measured in the clockwise direction. So it's like ArchiCAD didn't really consider that on our behalf. So I will have to use negative to get this. So I'm going to go minus 207 degrees 59 minutes. Alright, so minus 207.59. Please space before your 59. If there's seconds, space before the seconds as well. Alright, so enter, and I end up with something like this. I'm just going to drop it somewhere. And then the one that comes after is this 269 guy. It's 292 degrees 56 minutes. I am really surprised I'm able to see that. 292.56. Alright, so I'm going to start here. going to rotate again. Please Control E if you don't know the shortcut for rotating, or after selecting elements you could right click, go to move, and then find rotate here. They call it Control R now. I wasn't aware. And I've been using 28 for nearly a year. But Control E works as well. That's exactly what I pressed right now, and it does the job. That's what it has been in previous years by default. Alright, so I'm going to start here, go down here, and yeah, I've forgotten it again. 292.56. Alright, so that's minus 292.56. And I end up with something like this. Now, how do these two relate? This guy starts at the bottom of the other guy, so I'm going to go drop this right over here and have them intersect properly. Okay, so next guy is this one. This is 2609. So I'm going to do this just like before, minus 2609, and we have something like this. I'm going to take this one from here, drop it at this point, and then we have this 103.46. I'm going to pick this guy, and then I'm going to do minus 103.46. Alright, so I'm going to pick it from here and drop it here. So there was that little guy we have over here that was unidentifiable. Because I've correctly placed all the other ones, I can just join these 2 points. As I said, this is not something that is always recommended because it's more or less guesswork. The surveyor should provide that in their survey plans. Okay, so I hope we really learned something from this one. What I'm doing right now is just me trying to make this look fancy. I think I missed that. Get back to fill, remove this show area thingy, and give me this. Alright, and I'm just going to take it everywhere. My mouse shifted right from here, drop one here, drop one here. At this point I'm already done with the survey. Yeah, it's done. There you have it. And if there's something you don't understand, ask questions in the comments. If you want to be able to give requests like Mr. Joseph like this, there is a group chat. I'm going to add the link of the group in the I'll put it in the comments, I'll put it in the description of this video. Feel free to click on it to join. Now, if you're one of those who have tried to join the group recently and I didn't respond, I sincerely apologize. I had some issues with my phone number and it's been a while since I have accepted anyone. Nearly 3 weeks. I'm going to reach out to you guys personally. As for those who have not reached out, feel free to do so. This group is where I know I am far more active. I have not done one video on YouTube in the last 3 months or so, but I have responded to requests on that group nearly every day. I think you get the point. As long as it's possible with ArchiCAD, I know how to do it. I'm not boasting here, it's the reason I have the group. Feel free to join in and help yourself, and also be willing to help others. I've said too much. Bye bye on this video. To Mr. Joseph, cheers.